We're here at the Neighborhood Resource Summit. We're here in the 3rd Ward, Southwest Lansing. We're hosted by Woodcreek Montessori School here in Southwest Lansing. This is our first Neighborhood Resource Summit that we've been able to hold since February 2020. So it's been a year and a half since we've been able to gather and come together. We've got over 30 vendors. We've got Capital Area Housing Partnership, Greater Lansing Food Bank. We've got the Lansing Fire Department, Lansing Police Department. Tons of vendors, tons of information. The goal for these events is so that neighbors can come right in their neighborhood, talk to vendors, and get resources that they may need, such as from Consumers Energy. We've got energy saving kits here on hand. We've got information about the Lead Safe Lansing program, and plus information on how to open a bank account here in Lansing. We've got great giveaways. Our vendors have donated some wonderful things. Capital Area District Library has donated a Kindle to give away. We've got gift cards, we've got baskets, we've got branded merchandise. So whenever you see us advertise these on our social, our Facebook page, join us at our Neighborhood Resource Summits because we've got lots of giveaways, lots of resources, and we're here for you where you are.
We have spent so much time talking about neighborhoods and talking about resources for neighborhoods and how do we help people and how do we show the excitement and vibrancy of Lansing and how do we show the different things that they can get by being Lansing residents. Everybody here who is providing resources, you're what makes our city run. You're what makes sure that our residents have the things that they need to move forward. You're the ones who help to grow our city. I am proud to be here with you all. I am thankful for you all. And please keep doing what you're doing. Let me know how I can help. Thank you, everybody.
My name is Lou. I'm the Resource Supervisor at Capital Area Housing Partnership. I'm here representing our Keep Your Home campaign, where we are assisting Ingham County residents with past due rent, mortgage, and utility assistance. We also have flyers for our tool lending library where you can come to our office and rent tools free of charge. Any tool you need to do home improvements, mow your lawn, whatever it may be. We also have our housing counselor, Nicole, here, and they assist first-time home buyers, credit counseling, rental counseling. So we just have a lot of different programs for income-qualified Ingham County residents to keep their home, to maintain their home, how to maintain their home after they've made their first-time home purchase. So that is what our agency focuses on, is just keeping the Ingham County residents in their homes, maintaining their homes, and purchasing new homes.
We got vendors all throughout the room here and all in the hallway. We got people that are checking it out and taking materials. We're really showing our community that we have the incredible important resources for them that they need. We've got a neighborhoods department with resources. We've got financial empowerment. We've got our Ingham County Treasurer, Habitat for Humanity. There are lots of nonprofits and there are lots of organizations out there that can help folks in need, or that can provide cool things for people to do, or that we've got neighborhood associations that they can get involved with. Lansing's got a lot going on. We are a very vibrant city, and we've got a lot of cool things to do. We've also got a lot of assistance and help for people that need it. So whether you just want something to do, whether you need some help, or you just want to check out some cool things going on in Lansing, our Neighborhood Resource Summits have all of that. Our Neighborhoods Department coordinates all of that. We can provide that information to you by email. You can come check it out at our Neighborhood Resource Summits. We're all over the city, so we spend every quarter we do one in a different ward. This is what we do. We're providing the information and the resources to the citizens for what their needs are.
So as a board, we distribute grants to city neighborhood organizations and other registered civic organizations to improve their neighborhoods. So anyone can apply through the City of Lansing Neighborhoods Department. There's a grant application process. We can help you work through your grant application. But really our ultimate goal is just to create strong neighborhoods, and so anyone can bring forth a project and get it funded and then work with their neighbors and other volunteers to make a difference in their area. So we have a lot of different stuff here. We have some general information resources about the city. I'm here with a couple of other board members here to talk about the grant application process. We have information about the city's financial empowerment center. We're here to answer questions, help people talk through their projects that they would like to do in their neighborhoods and how that process works.
Hi, I'm Donna Mullins. I'm the president of the Lansing Area League of Women Voters. We're here at this really terrific neighborhood get-together to talk about the League of Women Voters. It's a great place to get members, and one of the things that we do is make sure that people know about who to vote for through Vote 411. We register voters. We go to schools. We have an environmental group. We have a public safety group. We have an education group. We are involved in policy, not just voting. And actually, we go to a lot of county and township and school board meetings to observe them. And hopefully, at the end of the year, you'll learn more about what we have learned by going to those meetings. So just it's a wonderful opportunity to meet people here and get closer to the community. So what we have here is we have a little bookmarks that have all information about 411 and how you can learn about your candidates and the issues that people are voting. Little pens, okay? And one of the things that we're very excited about is this, which is a trial membership to the league, where you can be a member of the league for 3 months without payment, and you can find out whether it's a good fit for you. And we don't want people to have to take a chance, but we're pretty sure that after 3 months you'll want to hang with our great group of women and men.
So we're here today to let citizens know about our Lead Safe Lansing program, and we get federal funds from HUD at the federal level, and we use those funds to help homeowners and rental property owners both to remove lead-based paint hazards from their homes. Lead-based paint was used a lot prior to 1940, and so there's a lot of it in older housing stock in Lansing. And it was banned in 1978, so any house that is current on taxes and insurance and mortgage payments and all of that is built before 1978 is eligible for participation. We provide no interest loans to the property to remove lead-based paint and its related hazards. And we do education with that. We offer training for contractors as well locally to help accomplish those jobs. And the grant's also used to do outreach like today to let families know about lead-based paint and how it can be dangerous and how they can help to prevent problems for it with their family. So we're just here today to kind of get that word out and let people know that we have funding to help them perform those types of jobs at their house if they wanted to get involved. The way that our program looks at the likelihood of lead-based paint in a house is usually by age. And so according to studies that HUD has done, the older your house is, the more likely it has lead-based paint. That's especially true of houses built before 1940. You see about 85% of houses built before 1940 have lead-based paint. Between 1940 and 1960, about half of those houses have lead-based paint. Starting about 1960, you see it taper off a little bit. Houses built between 1960 and 1978 have about 25% lead-based paint. And after 78, it was banned by the federal government. So really age is the best indicator. What we look for more for telltale signs is if you live in an old house and the paint is flaking, if it's chipping, if it's peeling, if it's cracking, if it's starting to fall away from the wall, the ceiling, the windows, you start to see that bare wood or surface underneath. That's the telltale signs we tell folks to look for, because that's when it becomes dangerous. If it's broken and it's exposed, that's when the paint becomes an issue in those older houses. So the Sippy Cups is kind of a useful thing for parents with kids, prevents spills, and also just kind of reminds them of our name for our program. It's pretty straightforward and has the website on there, so you can check it out and get more information that way and apply through it as well.
We are a group of volunteers. We're the grassroots part of a national movement to bring gun sense to our communities, and we do a number of things to do that. We advocate for gun sense laws. We support survivors of gun violence. Many of the members of our group are survivors of gun violence. We educate the community about how to make a gun sense community. So we have a program called Be Smart for Kids that's about how to secure weapons so that they don't get in the hands of people who don't know how to use them, and how to act responsibly around guns, and so on and so forth. We are made up of local residents in the greater Lansing area. Many of us are gun owners. Many of us are gun violence survivors. We partner in the community with groups like Mikey 23 to address gun violence in Lansing and the ways in which we can address the underlying causes and the very deep consequences. So at our tabling events and at our Be Smart events, we come with gun locks, which have been, many of them donated by the Sheriff's Department, local police departments throughout the greater Lansing area, and by Everytown for gun sense. And part of Be Smart is to learn how to use a gun lock and why it is so important to have. This is more important now than ever because we have two factors going on that make this so important. And one is the terrible spike in gun violence in Lansing, particularly among our youth. And so we're doing all we can to address that, to partner with other community groups, and to do the kind of education we need and support we need for kids in the community. So that's one. And the second is the fear that has precipitated a massive purchase of guns and of ammunition during the pandemic, which has made people feel and become even more vulnerable to gun violence.
Nation Outside is a state-based organization made up of formerly incarcerated people. We do policy and advocacy reform to create transformative systems of support for people with criminal histories. Since Nation Outside is led from top to bottom by people that have been formerly incarcerated, we know what it's like to struggle to get housing and to get employment. And so most of our initiatives and policy changes focus on that. We believe that people that have made mistakes should not have to pay for those mistakes for the rest of their lives. And with that, I'm going to introduce Adam Grant.
I thought he was going to drop the mic on that one. He pretty much covered it, but I would also say we were just talking about the fact that it's good public policy to have a smooth reentry for people as they've been released and as they've served their time, because it makes for public safety issues. When a person can find housing, when a person can find work, when a person has something like Nation Outside to put their positive energies into and feel like they're contributing back to their community, they're invested in it. And so that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to create an avenue for people to feel an investment and feel a part of their communities again, especially people who didn't really feel like they were a part of their communities to begin with. So
we would love to see a pathway forward for people with criminal history to be able to get safe and affordable housing. We think that will lead to safer communities. We also have stuff on expungement. As people know, our governor signed a law that expanded expungement in the state of Michigan. It is now the most expansive expungement in the country. So we have some handouts that explain how that works, and we were really focused really hard on getting that law passed. We also have the first report of its kind released in the state of Michigan on jail voting. And we got our t-shirts. Come support.
So another incredibly successful Neighborhood Resource Summit. I look forward to the next one, and I appreciate everybody who joined us. So don't forget to show up at the next Neighborhood Resource Summit. Get on the email list for the city. If you want to know when that is, we'll send all the information out through our email. So thank you, everybody.